everybody, Corey McCullough here, Gambler Pro Staff. This is long overdue, but I wanted to take these products out and try them before I went ahead with the video, because I'm a full believer in trying something before I support it. Midwest region of the country. I'm actually up in Upper Michigan. So instead of unboxing like a lot of people do with these Gambler baits, I have one in front of me. So what I'm going to do is essentially show you, not show you, but let you know how I use this up in Upper Michigan. We're about 3 hours away from Canada, so we got a lot of basins. We have a lot of basins that are, you got the murkier water, you got some darker water, but also you got these beautiful, pristine, clear lakes that are spring fed, that sight clarity goes up to 15 to 20 feet. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple different pros and cons and how I do use this bait. Up here, obviously, a lot of people do like throwing the wrecking ball style baits. They do like punching through heavy weeds. What this swim bait is actually going to do is it's going to come in a couple different sizes. It's actually going to come in the 1/2 ounce and the 5/16. So what that's going to do for you is, if you are using it as a traditional swim bait, it's going to let you focus on a certain water column that you're looking for. You have some suspended fish, you're going to want to go a little bit lighter, and it really gives you that presentation of, up here we don't have a lot of shad. We don't have shad, I should say. We're into a lot more bluegill and sunfish. So which is why, or red ears if you will, pumpkin seeds. So which is why these dark color baits up here, Gambler does come out with a couple of the green style baits, and not only that, they come out with a beautiful black and blue. And one positive I do want to touch on with this gear up bag is that not only do you get the multi-purpose, very versatile swim baits, you also get the trailers to come with it to absolutely match it. This is going to be an example of one of the jigs with the Gold Rush swim bait on the back of it. So not only do you get the finesse of throwing to the edge of weeds and pulling it out looking for that reaction strike, you can actually slow roll this as well, like a traditional bait fish that's injured. So you get that reaction strike a lot of the times, but also you got the versatility with the heavier head styles of bouncing beds. You can flip and pitch logs and really get in between there. If you're looking to mimic up here, a big thing is the crayfish. You're looking to mimic the crayfish a lot of the times, you can slow roll these baits in the bottom to kind of give that skirting crayfish to get that really, that predatory bite. That really predatory bite, other than a traditional reaction strike. For example, you see some weed beds up here. We got some grass flats, we got some grass mats, and we got a lot of different style of weeds. A lot of the time these weeds are going to come up to about 6 to 8 inches above the water, or below the water, excuse me. And what that's going to do is a lot of those fish, especially up in the spawn, they're sitting on the secondary breaks and secondary points. They're going to get in that because not only do they feel safe, but it's also going to give them a spot to go ahead and ambush prey, like the bluegill and the red ears that I'm talking about. So what I like to do with these is, let's start about the traditional swim bait. Let's go over that real quick. I like to find some down mats and I like to throw over them, and you can really rip this across. Obviously different styles of weeds are going to be higher and lower in the water column. That's where your weights come in. So what I like to do is to cover water. Obviously this is a huge confident bait for me because you can, it's multi-purpose and versatile. You don't got to be tied on, grabbing other rods. So I like to throw over these grass flats, and I really like to rip. I'll rip these, get it up and down the water column, almost looking like an injured bait fish. And a lot of the time, those largemouth and those smallmouth are going to come up and they're actually going to pound these. They're not going to think about it. Obviously, being a reactionary bite, they're going to just pound these because it does look like the prey they're doing up here. A second thing I want to talk about is going to be any football jig, like I was talking about, the wrecking ball style jigs, is especially when fish are on beds. If you get this sitting on a bed, for example, and that hook is pointed straight up, everybody knows how bass like to feed, especially on beds. They will pick this bait right off the bottom, which is going to put this bait in a perfect position, as every angler knows, to rooftop that fish. Like I said, not only do they have a swim bait, they have a couple twin tail grubs and a giant bait that I'm a huge is they have their burner craws. Burner craws come in a chartreuse color, chartreuse tipped white bait. You got the black and blue style, and then you also got some gold rush colors as well as a traditional green style, green pumpkin. So what that's going to do is you got the crayfish presentation, you have the bait fish presentation, and essentially you have a bunch of trailers that match these jigs perfectly. So what that's going to do in different situations, different styles, like I was saying, you're flipping heavy cover, your structure, a lot of the logs, you're pulling it over weed beds, is going to give you the capability to hit every different style. Bed fishing, perfect. You want to rip, cover, and you need a confidence jig to go ahead and find the fish. This is going to be huge in a traditional swim bait style. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about what comes in this package real quick. Yes, I am just reading, but they're going to come with the burner craws, like I said, the green pumpkin, the white chartreuse tail, and the black and blue glitter. That's going to be essentially the colors you're going to get in your twin tail grub. The lilies are going to come in the silver shadow, the gold rush like seen here, and the nickel penny, which is a new color. Other than that, you are going to get twin tail grubs. Like I said, you're going to get the burner craws for that craw presentation. And not only that, guys, you don't want to do this. These baits individually are so prominent and so good on just their own, just the swim baits, coupled with a solid swim jig like this. You can skip docks, like I'm saying. The multi-purpose swim bait, it's a killer combination. And like I said, I wanted to get out on the water and give these a test to let you know essentially how they work up here. Like I said, in the Midwest region. You got a lot of pebble and chunk rock here up here for smallmouth, and the smallmouth is smaller, 5/16 is going to give you the presentation of the crawfish. So it's multi-species, multifunctional, and it's a very versatile bait. I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, A, they work, B, every one of the baits that I have purchased from Gambler have been not only that but durable. For example, this Little Easy, the Gold Rush swim, I mean 15-20 bass and she's still just kicking. As you can tell, the double jointed in there is an extremely beautiful presentation in any style of water, and especially being up here with the basins and the clear water lakes. So this is going to be one color. The other colors that are going to come are going to be a traditional green pumpkin style, and you're also going to get, what I found actually destroyed the bass, is they're going to give you an all white that I paired with the burner craw, the white and chartreuse tip tail. That was absolutely probably one of the better baits I've thrown other than a traditional. Once we did get into the dirty water, the black and blue, everybody knows you get in that almost brackish water. That black and blue really pops, especially up here on a sunny day. So guys and gals, just to wrap it up, this is a bait that I'm actually always have tied up now. Like I'm saying, you can pop it up and over logs to get thwacked by the smallmouth, the largemouth that are sitting in those areas. And you could slow roam, you could speed it up. In the middle of a cast, you can make this bait essentially do three different things. Of a traditional swim jig, you got the wrecking ball jig, and popping it almost looks like an injured bait fish, so you do get a multi-purpose, very versatile bait. So one more time, guys, this is Corey McCullough, Midwest Region, Gambler Pro staff. I'm hoping this wasn't too messy. As you can tell, I'm at my work desk at work right now. It's just a well overdue video that I owe not only to the people who are looking to purchase these baits, both in the gear up package and individually. I can say that I am always, from this point out, going to have one of these tied on in every situation. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you go on gambler.com, check out their gear up package, which bang for your buck, you can't go wrong whatsoever. Versatile baits, durable baits, and it's something that I'm always going to have. It is a huge confident bait for me right now, and essentially all the way through the tournament season, from pre the spawn and actually the post spawn too, for the versatility of it. One more time, guys, Gambler Pro Staff, Corey McCullum. Make sure you go on the website at www.gamblerlures.com and check their stuff out. I'm a firm believer in this product. Tight lines and happy fishing, boys and girls. How do I turn this off?
Press the red button.